Hello. Alright. For better or worse, we're finally back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Alright. It's been a little over a week since I was last on. Not the best, but not the worst. Okay. We're gonna get back to it. Last I left off, we fought against Monago and gained our first bit of mythic power. So the first thing I gotta do is figure out how I'm going to level everybody, with that. Although to be fair, it's kinda easy at the beginning of the game with the first one. What's that? Let's see. Alright. Oh, first things first, we're gonna loot the bodies. It's not much to speak of. Masterwork Bardiche. A longsword. Nothing fancy. But, still something I can sell.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Okay, first, figure out what we can do. Okay, so for Woljif, few options, but none of these really help out. Dimension disruption, distracting shots. He's not ranged. Oh, here we go. Effects of your spells on your allies last. No. That's not all that good. Enforced vigor. Every time you damage an ally, they get a +2 mythic bonus. No. That's not good. Ever ready. More attacks of opportunity. We can ignore that. Expose vulnerability, ranged weapon. Oh, nope. Woljif uses melee attacks. Now that's inspirational. No, Woljif can't be an inspirational leader. Last stand. When your HP drops low, you become unkillable. For 2 rounds, you become immune to damage that would make you unconscious. To be honest, I don't like getting that for someone who's not the tank. At least not right away. Perfect cavalry, you're moving while mounted no longer provokes attacks of opportunity. I don't know about that. Because, let me explain. Normally when you're in melee combat, even on a mount, you don't move away until after the enemy that's right next to you is dead anyway. So, it doesn't really come up. Let's see, Mythic Charge. Your charge deals an additional d6 per Mythic rank. Okay, I would get that, but not as the first one ever. I'd wait till the Mythic rank goes up. Powerful Shadows. Your shadow spells deal 20% more, or 20% more real. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Rupture Restraints. Spellcaster's Onslaught. Whenever you cast a spell, your next single attack roll and damage roll, if the attack hits, so you mate with a weapon until the end of the next round. Gains bonus equal to half your mythic rank. Well, when your mythic rank is 1, that's not that good. Abundant. Okay, no. Some of this stuff is just like focused around classes, so it doesn't come up here. This needs you to be. What? This needs you to be a Hell Knight? Okay. There's a ability called Any Means Necessary. Prerequisite is you need to have at least 7 levels in Hell Knight. And then its effect is a Hell Knight's attacks are treated as good aligned for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. It's a new one. And there's a few things focused around classes. Abundant Key, Abundant Bane for any unit that has Bane weapon or greater Bane. Oh, hold on a sec. Hold on, everyone. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay, so a few of these seem good, like abundant casting and whatnot. But again, we're focused on what Woljif would benefit from. Explosives expert. Clearly for bombs. Surprised there's nothing here to help with sneak attack builds. Mythic Inspiration. Well, that doesn't help. It doesn't have the... doesn't do anything for that. Alright. Leading Strike. This would help at the Woljif if someone else had it. The only thing I can really think of that really makes sense for Woljif is abundant casting.
Prove I'm the best.
Good. Alright, so for her, since she has the mythic, since she has the ability to shapeshift, no, not brutality incarnate. The wounds you inflict with natural weapons are anything but natural. Ignore all damage reduction. That's sort of fine, but No, hold on, where is it? Here it is, Master Shapeshifter. She'll get a +4 to all physical stats. Additionally, can stay wild shape forever. Alright, yeah, sure. Master Shapeshifter. And now this is just forever. And this Manticore shape is even better because she can. Originally, it just had enhanced stats, but now it gets an additional +4 to everything. It's just really good. Checking her stats now. 24 strength, 18 constitution. The Manticore shape actually lowers her dex by 2. But because of Master Shapeshifter, the stats go up by 4 anyway, so which counters that. Let's see. +13 to hit. Let's see how does it look without that. All right, a 16 strength. Oh wow! All her stats drop. No, she still has a 13 to hit. Hold on. 13 to hit. Damage is a D4 +3. Then she shapeshifts. D4 +7. I mean, it's better. It's just not as great as, I would have thought. Oh well. It works. Next up is Dayron. He's also in the same boat as the others. Getting abundant casting is just ideal. Yeah. Being able to cast cure spells as if you had reach isn't all that great. Yeah. Abundant casting. I'd rather he be able to cast spells more often. Is there anything else that's better? Another mystery. Open your mind and soul to learn the secrets of a second mystery. What are the options? He's already got life. Gives all the healing spells from that. Let's see. Should I bother with any of this? Well, yeah, maybe I should. Is there any... If one of these gives inflict wounds. Yeah. Bones, maybe? Okay, if I give him the bones one, he'd get animate dead. That's not that great. Life. Living. Circle of death. Okay, this is worth getting, but not right now. Again, one of the main things that's going to be hard to pass up, or next to impossible with spellcasters, is abundant casting.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Same for her. Not even gonna bother pretending there's a better option.
Together, we stand.
With Sela, I don't know. She doesn't. Is there a? Nope. No weapon or shield focus. Alright, so what to grab for her? Thundering blows. Unrelenting onslaughts. What's that? Get plus. Oh, that's a damage bonus. And that's ranged attacks. Spellcaster onslaught. No. I don't know. Suppose vulnerability. Still ranged attacks. Inspirational leader. Maybe. Let's see. Expose vulnerability. No. Then let's see. Nope. Time incarnate. Chance. I really don't know what would be best for her. Maybe leading strike. All targets deal additional damage. No. No. Inspirational leader. Giving everyone a bonus to initiative. Saving throws and concentration checks. Maybe? Screw it. For lack of a better option, we'll give her the leading... No, not leading strike. The inspirational leader. Alright. See, Mythic Hero. Mythic heroes are set apart from their contemporaries, capable of amazing feats of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. In spite of this, they're still similar in many ways to other adventurers. They have hit points and armor class and saving throws. In fact, most of their statistics are comparable to non-mythic heroes of an equal level. Where mythic characters differ is in the special mythic abilities. These abilities enhance mythic characters both in and out of battle, allowing them to take part in extraordinary, larger-than-life adventures. And we can't choose anything else. Demon, Angel, Azada, Trickster, and then there's a few there's 5 other classes locked off. Alright, first up, have a bit of fun. 3 illusion copies. Close to the abyss. Grow horns and get a gore attack at -5 penalty. D8. Nah. Close to the heavens. Do a ranged touch attack or heal for 4d6 plus 2d6 per mythic rank. Dance Macabre. Mythic characters that draw their power from death can channel negative energy to deal damage to living creatures or to heal undead creatures. Clearly, this is up my alley. Channeling energy causes a burst that either heals all undead creatures or damages all living. So far, pretty good. Non-damage dealt or healed is equal to 2d6 plus 1d6 per mythic rank. Creatures that take damage from channeled energy receive a will save to half the damage. Okay. Creatures healed by channel energy cannot exceed their maximum hit point total. All access to healing is lost. A character may channel energy a number of times equal to 3 plus their mythic rank, so 4 times a day. Doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. It does other stuff too, but that's much later. Instrument of Freedom. Ranged touch attack that deals 4d6 plus 2d6 mythic rank. If used on enemies, the bolt. If used on allies, the bolt charge their attacks with weapons for 2 plus the mythic rank. Companions' attacks with the weapons deal an additional 2d6 of holy damage on hit. Counts good for the purpose. Okay, yeah, sure. Those characters can use this ability 3 times a day. It's not bad, but yeah, we're gonna go for the Dance Macabre. It's just really on point with what we're going for. Obviously, abundant casting. All right.
Missed me already?
Oh, whoops. You must have misclicked. Okay. Travel. Your weight's too great? Sincerely? Okay, we'll drop the severed heads. Weight in descending order. Well, we'll drop these. Drop the chain shirts. Drop all the breastplates. Alright. Oh wow. Can I literally do that? Collect all and exit? I can. Okay, that's weird. It won't let me exit while I'm over encumbered, but it'll let me collect it upon exit. Which should leave me over encumbered. Well, I won't argue a good thing.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabris, and we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate, and he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendov.
Let's see. It was one hell of a fight. We did it together. If you want to heap more praise on me, don't hold back. Well, none of these are alignments, alright? So, but you imagine that vampire to be a little vain. If you want to heap more praise on me, don't hold back.
Now that's how you celebrate your achievements.
Nevia toasts you with her tankard.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabris. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
Comes the cheerful voice of someone sitting at the far corner of the table.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. For good luck.
Neva pulls a piece of gray stone from her pocket. Drop it, Anivia. I'm not a messenger sent by the gods.
People who aren't divine messengers don't usually go around taking whole stories off of buildings and blowing packs of demons away. But if that's how you want to play it, then fine. I'm still keeping my stone, though.
Nevi, What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
So it's the same mirthful voice that joined in before.
Iomede's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
Arabeth looks up to the end of the table where the voice originated, and her eyes widen as her words trail off.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
The woman dressed in unshowy finery raises her eyebrows.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
The woman rises from her seat and approaches you and holds out her hand. Alright, well, let's see. How do I respond to Queen Galfrey? Let's see. Shake her hand. I didn't expect to see the Queen at our table. Lawful. Shake her hand. It's an honor to meet you. It's an honor, Your Majesty. Kiss her hand. The rumors of your beauty were not exaggerated or do not. Do not move. The Queen has graced us with her presence. Alright. We'll be a vampire through and through. Kiss her hand. The rumors of your beauty were not exaggerated.
Thank you for the compliment. So, this is what he looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
The Queen offers a brief smile and withdraws her hand as soon as you release it.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Arabeth, finally recovering from the shock, bolts to her feet.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabris will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
Okay. Will you join our celebration, Your Majesty? Or we all need to get some rest? Oh no, I want to be a vampire. I don't need to talk about rest. We're here celebrating while the demons might be planning their next campaign. Nah, that's too paladin focused. We'll invite her to join the celebrations. Yeah, you join our celebrations, Your Majesty.
Please, don't Your Majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Nerosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
Huh. I guess we can choose all the options. Alright, we all need to get some rest or we're here celebrating. Alright, we'll go for the third one then. We're here celebrating while the demons might be planning their next campaign.
Oh, I do not doubt that, even for a moment. But we will not give them another chance to catch us off our guard. It is time to turn back the tide.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Discari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris's crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
The queen gives him a genuine smile.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Keonin and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening. I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate, but all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you, especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
And on we go. Stuck with this inventory that I still need to sell. See, is that him? The queen is coming. The queen.
Rise, warriors. Today, is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canobris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canobris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death.
Ready for the queen.
It's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed.
Everyone return to your camps. You heard the queen dismissed.
There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
I never asked for this. Commander, allow me to join you while we inspect our encampment. And on we go. Talk to the storyteller. The old elf smiles when he hears your footsteps. Allow me to congratulate you on your victory, and on acquiring mythical powers capable of casting down the strongest of demons. Take a look at the page I got from the Grey Garrison. The storyteller carefully takes the page from your hands. His fingers touch the ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following their lines. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh God, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. The elf's expression becomes withdrawn, the wrinkles on his face soften. Thank you, Alucard. And please, follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. The storyteller inhales sharply as time a few times and begins his story. They are leaving. The people of Keonan facing the coming earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurry to the gate of Solvarian, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galarian. I am ashamed, and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover, in case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watch the gate of the Solvarian stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds, in case you change your mind. He hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Silverian. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. Let's see. Why did the elves decide to flee and not fight? The storyteller's lips purse with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Hold on. Earthfall. The second time they mentioned it. Earthfall is the name given to the cataclysmic event in which a shower of meteorites impacted Golarion in minus 5293. It resulted in the destruction of the human empires of Thassalon and Aslant, which were consumed by earthquakes and massive tidal waves, and the creation of the Inner Sea. The cloud of dust thrown up by Earthfall's impact settled in Golarion's upper atmosphere and blotted out the sun for 1,000 years, creating the Age of Darkness. Okay. Your mentor is a mage? Then you must be too, yes? Yes. I am an archmage, and this title is well deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic. But curiosity has always pushed me toward new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. What is the Silverian stone? A magnificent crystal, bent into an arc by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Our great gate to other worlds, it breathes power. It dreams of eternity. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? I spent many hundreds of years in Keonan. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golarion. All its places, all the forms it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels. But they weren't interested. They only cared about Keonan. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. What happened next? Earthfall happened at night. I am standing at the top of my tower, many miles to the north of Keonan, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock, rushing down on my world, and then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion and up to the vault of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness along with countless denizens of Golarion. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I'm blind. But no. Little by little, I begin to see the stone wall. I am alive. But why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. The great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslant. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk as day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earth fall. Proudly, like the last Archmage of Keonan should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I am alive, and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness. Not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. Oh, hold on. We'll ask for details on what Earthfall is. What is Earthfall? A disaster of untold proportions. An unborn planet dropped on Galarian by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslant is destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Galarian. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the soil is barren. Dark creatures crawl out of their lairs to rule. And the most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. The 1,000-year period in which the sun's light was blocked by the ash knocked into the atmosphere by the meteoric impacts of Earthfall. It began with a rain of meteorites summoned from the sky by powerful magic in negative 5293, and lasted until the sun's light had been restored, roughly a millennium later. During the Age of Darkness, all major civilizations across Galarian were destroyed, ushering in a time of anarchy and destruction. What was that tower you mentioned? It's my retreat to the north of Keonan, my home away from home, my observatory. From its top, I watched the stars and, when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days, I could see the mist over the lake of mists and veils in the east. That's how high I was. Alright, what are you going to do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to a shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Galarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as they had never existed. I need to think. Oh, hello, Kitty-san. Alright, let's see. Get back to reading this. The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments. As he calms his heavy breathing, forgive me. I shouldn't have raised my voice. This story was much harder than many before it. Most likely because I played the main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside. Those that I felt a long time ago and not remember them. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered in ancient elven writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we will find out how my story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. And that's it. There's the option to go tell me about Earthfall, but it basically just replays the whole story again. So there's nothing else there. Thank you for your stories. Alright, let's see. Thank you for helping me remember them. Discuss your past with you, and then it's like, no. Have you decided to join the crusade? I have decided not to, I'm afraid. My path and the path of the crusade leads in the same direction, but alas, they are not yet the one and the same. After the demons were driven away from Canabras, the path into the world wound became open, if only temporarily. I'm planning on using this opportunity to visit. The elf falls silent. It doesn't matter now. I'd hate to bore you with the details of my venture, which may prove useless even for myself. However, I'll try to return to the Crusaders and aid them in their confrontations with the demons after I'm done. I hope to meet you again, in this world rather than the next. Alright, I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Talk to Ninio. I hope we meet Discari and Baphomet soon. I have numerous questions for them. Threatening to leave Canabras, but attacking is the best way to defend it. Go to Nora Denduar's tent. This is Nora Denduar's tent. It seems she brought a lot of unnecessary items along with her. Well, might as well loot it. What we got? On the name of the divine, sure. Hillor and the secrets of the needled glens, right? Another book. Without a shadow of a doubt. Expect nothing in return. The life and feats of Lord Axelor Tresbot. By Nora Denduar. Oh, she made this. Let's see here. Neurosian Cruciform Cathedral Publishing House. Frowning, Lord Tresbot made a gesture for his people to halt. Everyone froze. No one dared to disobey his order, even one given with his eyes alone. Lord Tresbot loved to say that he could only win when his whip frightened his soldiers more than the demon's claws. And he succeeded like no other in enforcing discipline. The Lord approached what we took for a scarecrow from afar, left in the middle of the wasteland by an unknown farmer. Pricking it with his sword, the Lord made us a sign to approach. It was the body of a young crusader, a boy not 20 years old, horribly broken, disemboweled, with shards of bone sticking out and shreds of skin dangling in the wind. Horror watched us from the stake. Eye sockets filled with worms. A contemptuous smirk crossed the Lord's face. Coward. He said through his teeth. Fled from the battle. The demons caught him and he surrendered without a fight. And here are his useless fellows. The Lord kicked an inconspicuous bump under his feet. and it rolled, revealing an open helmet's visor with greenish-gray mush inside, swarming with insects. We shivered and looked down, realizing the ground underneath our feet was a mix of shards of metal and pieces of flesh. Cowards, the Lord said again. Cowards and weaklings. They were doomed even before they approached the world wound. They should never have left their comfortable homes. What did they achieve? They delivered the demons a hot lunch, that's all. Let's go, while the slugs waste their useless lives. Someone has to win this ridiculous war. Without turning away or heeding the disgusting crunching sound underneath his feet, he strode forward. We hurried after him, trying not to stop on anything or step on anything that was until recently a part of someone's body. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what else we have. I'm not reading every bit of dialogue in here. You got 6 alchemist fire flasks. Scrolls that cure wounds. Scroll protection from good. Scroll of vanish. Scroll of expeditious retreat. And booze. And some coin. Loot 'em. Alright. So we got... Oh, you know what? We leveled up.
Time's not waiting.
Might as well deal with that. Alright. Level 6 Chromancer. Let's see. Once again, raise the Knowledge Arcana. Persuasion. Let's see. The next one is confusing. I could raise Lore Religion up, but I could also raise up Knowledge World. Hold on. Alright, I'll raise up the Knowledge World then. Now knowledge, world, and arcana are plus 13, persuasion's plus 14. Lore religion is only plus 7, but that's better than nothing. Alright, here we go. Alright, next is deciding what kind of spells to grab. Still have access to getting 3rd level spells. The only other necromancy spell is Ray of Exhaustion. Let's see, is this worth getting? Let's see, makes a ranged... Oh, no. It's a ranged touch attack, and our dexterity is crap. That's why I didn't get this in the first place. Let's see, what else can I grab? Alright, so if we're going based on the fact that he's a vampire, what would count? Deep slumber? Let's see. Sleep that affects targets with 10 hit dice. Blink. Physical attacks have a 50% chance of missing, and the blind fight feat doesn't help opponents since you're ethereal and not merely invisible. Let's see. If the attack is capable of striking ethereal creatures, the miss chance is only 20%, and any individually targeted spell has a 50% chance to fail against you while you're blinking, unless your attacker can target invisible ethereal creatures. If the attacker can see invisible creatures, the miss chance is only 20%. For an attacker who can both see and strike ethereal creatures, there is no miss chance. Likewise, your own attacks have a 20% miss chance. While blinking, you take only half damage from area attacks. Although you are only partially visible, you are not considered invisible, and targets retain their dexterity bonus to AC against your attacks. You do receive a +2 bonus on attack rolls made against enemies that cannot see invisible creatures, though. Alright, that's something. What else we got? We got Dispel Magic, Displacement. How is this different? It's still a 50% mischance. Excruciating deformation. What the hell? Your touch attack causes a target to become painfully malformed. Its limbs twist and buckle while its body contorts uncontrollably, shifting and warping. Each round, the target suffers excruciating pain and takes 2d6 points of direct damage, 1 point of dexterity damage, and 1 point of constitution damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet. Once per round, as a free action on its turn, the target can attempt a new fortitude saving throw to resist the spell for 1 round. That is brutal. Well, it is an evil spell, I guess. Explosive runes. Let's see. What were the 2 schools of magic I chose not to be good at? I forgot. Well, I'll look into it later. Explosive runes. Trace mystical runes upon the target area. The runes immediately detonate upon dealing 6d6 points of force damage to every creature within 10 feet. Well, let's see. That's not bad. We can get explosive runes. Alright. Since the majority of the party is kind of melee, or not just melee, but attack based, we'll get, then haste is better. Alright. We'll get that now. Oh wait, hold on. Let me check my inventory, see if I have a haste scroll. Alright, let's see here. Okay, checking the scrolls. Let's see if we have a haste scroll. We have a potion of haste, not a scroll of haste. Silver darts. A cone of silver darts springs from your hand. These darts act as a silver weapon that deal 1d6 piercing damage per caster level. Could get that. best case scenario, we could summon undead and then haste all the undead. Let's see, there's the rest of the party that still need to be leveled up. I'll do it later. For now, let's go through the rest of this encampment. Alright. Ah, there you are. You dashing troublemaker, you. Darren flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon, you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amid snoring soldiers, be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs. Before you finally perish in the maw of some demon, I have a journey ahead of me too. I've just rented a sailboat to the south. I've also hired an excellent chef, and a host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses, then suddenly adds, in a more serious voice, You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together, but of course, Darren grimaces. Not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. Let's see. I'll be blunt, you don't intrigue me, not in the way you obviously had in mind, but you are a valuable companion. You could have stayed in my party. Or say, you know, I would like it if you stayed. You intrigue me too. Say, if you feel you don't belong here, go. But I'd like to see you again someday in the future to get to know you better. You can throw a banquet for me to celebrate our victory in Dresden. What do you say? Or say, get lost then, I won't miss you. Let's see. Well, he's Alucard's supposed to be a vampire lord, so I'm not supposed to like completely be rude to nobility. So, but I don't want to lead him on and think I'm actually interested in him that way, so we'll go for the third option. If you feel you don't belong here, go, but I'd like to see you again in the future. To get to know you better, you can throw a banquet for me to celebrate our victory in Dresden. Yeah, we can go for that. Victory in Dresden! Your optimism is so charming. Darren smirks, then seems to start slightly. He continues in a more even tone. Well, should you prove lucky enough to survive by some miracle, come and find me. Perhaps I shall even remember you. No promises, though. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Darren smirks before instantly losing all interest in you. Or at least he pretends to. Alright. Well, let's see, what do they say? Too tired to stand. When will we be able to lie down? The Count's so gallant, so handsome, and most importantly, ever so rich. It's hard to imagine a more agreeable gentleman. Sure. I propose a toast to a fate well deserved. Huh. Alright. So we got Crusaders, it's an honor. The demons will pay for everything they've done. We took Canobras back, we'll take Dresden too. It's hard, but we have to be tough. When she was human, Saint Iomade suffered even worse. Grandma Gretlin of the Director. Oh. A well-dressed old dwarf is lecturing a motley company, shaking her ladle at them belligerently. Hold on. Yep. Alright. Noticing you, she flings up her hands. Good morning. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the Next Door Theater Company. The one you saved in Canobras, back when you weren't your commanderness yet. As you can see, we've come on the campaign with you. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up the theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs. But we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary feats. Alright. In devastated Canobras, you saved the hapless players of the Next Door Theater. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people to play the hordes of demons, and we decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Ken. He's invented a way to solve this problem using sound. Kim the Sound Master. We got a pig, and some piglets who ran away from a burned out village. The glum and husky half-orc mumbles softly. We put the piglets in a box and scare them a little, and the sound they make is just like an approaching demon horde. But the most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor who will play the Great Knight Commander. We had to write Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we just couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have two candidates that are most suited to the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon the stage, Commander. Alright. Let's see. You could say I'm to be played by a gnome, or a Cyclops actor. Or don't you have any other actors who even vaguely resemble me? Or I don't need a theater like this. What if I order the soldiers to throw you out? Which one? I guess I'll ask. I'm to be Go for the Cyclops? Alright. Huh. A Cyclops actor? He's completely tame, believe me. Has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. Truth be told, in our show, You mainly just make short heroic exclamations all at the fateful moment, like onward, or we'll never give up, or my heart burns with courage. Lambkin can definitely handle the script. Alright. I'm to be played by a gnome? Not a gnome, two gnomes. Rumbledum and Harfiant are twins. One of them sits on the other's shoulders and puts on a long coat so they can play tall characters. They switch places every so often, so each gets their moment of fame. And that way they each only have to learn half of the script. Don't you have any other actors who even vaguely resemble me? We're a small and poorly funded theater, and we only have a few actors. But they are all so talented, one of a kind. I've chosen the ones that are the best fit for your role. Trust my vision. I have more than a few successful plays under my belt. Alright, I've made my decision. The entire crew looks at you, holding their breath. I will be played by Lambkin the Cyclops. Right? Yeah, okay. Alright. Wonderful! Sorry we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old grandma now. And that's it. Alright. We'll call it for now. I don't want to spend too much time with this and get distracted. Alright. So we're first things first, the most important part of this all, we save. So I don't wind up doing all that over again. Save under Dampier. Alright. That, get ready for the next part.